Hello again everyone, this is Wormkin bringing you another Starcraft 2 commentary video, and I am so gonna regret not having a glass of water. I can see it right here. Anyway, so this game is gonna be between DalaiLameR spawning over here as the red Zerg, and his opponent will be Kuba as the blue Zerg. Now these are both fairly high level European players. I know that DalaiLameR here, he's I think ranked about 11 last time I checked on the European servers. Around 1500 or so, I think. And then Kuba, I'm not so sure, but he's fairly well known, I think. So anyway, so this should be a pretty good matchup. I like a good mirror match between ZvZs. I've been playing a lot of ZvZs lately. I don't really know what it is. I'm ranked about like 30 platinum. So I don't know if because I've heard a lot of people talking about how there's not a whole lot of Zerg playing nowadays. But I don't know, maybe it's different in the Diamond League than it is in the Platinum League. Anyway, so talk a little bit about the openers here. What we're probably gonna end up seeing, which is usually pretty standard, is they'll either do banelings or they'll do roaches. And then whoever has the banelings is gonna be the aggressive one, and whoever has the roaches is gonna be the defensive one. It's probably gonna be a little bit more macro oriented. Or they could either both do roaches and try and be macro heavy, or they could both do banelings and try and be super aggressive. So we got a looks 13 gas and a 12, or actually with a 14 gas, 13 pool. Sorry about that. So he's probably going to be going for banning side to gas because that gives you the quick zergling speed. And then it looks like DalaiLameR here opted up for, it looked like a 15 gas, 14 pool. And then they're continuing to drone from there. So I'm not sure if either one of them are really going to plan on expanding at this point, because in matchups against in ZVTs and ZVPs, you do usually want to expand because you can actually afford to a little bit earlier if you're going to be doing an econ game like that. Because it gives you kind of that early advantage on Terran and Protoss. But in ZvZ, obviously, expanding, if they can expand at the same time as you, isn't really much of an advantage. So you don't really see those fast expands quite as often in ZvZs. So of course they've both got their overlords in each other's base. They're gonna be able to see whatever they want because they know the spawning pool's not up yet. So actually he does have his spawning pool up, so he knows the queen's on the way. So he's probably going to get this guy out of here, which looks like that's what he's doing. But there's no a spawning pool. There's no queen, so your overlord can just hang out as long as you want. And looks like he got an early spine crawler, probably because he knows that they got a spawning pool up earlier, so he's going to need to turn on a little bit of static defense. So yeah, he's got his roach speed on the way, or zergling speed, sorry, and his is also on the way. It looks like they're actually, even though the spawning pool was done a little bit earlier, they got started pretty close at the same time. We also do have a baneling's nest coming up for Kuba, so look for some aggressive play here pretty soon, and another extractor coming down for DalaiLameR. So we should probably either see his roach horn or his baneling's nest coming up here pretty soon. Yeah, Queen here's even chasing off that overlord, but there's no way she's ever going to catch him. Should probably just get back to the hatchery so she can spawn some larvae when it's time. Anyway, actually, we should probably just keep an eye on that just in case, but it's pretty unlikely. Actually, behind this. Oh, okay. I see what he's doing. He's got the overlord following it, so he could. Wow, that's actually really cool. He is going to lose the overlord. That's actually pretty cool. That's kind of messed up. Anyway, so so they both have the baneling's nest. We should be watching some pretty intense play here pretty soon, because I mean, when you got both guys trying to be really aggressive, it gets pretty nuts. Plus side for him is he does have a couple of these spine crawlers, so he will be protected. But I mean, when you have a whole lot of really small, really fast units, they can. Yeah, okay. So we already got two banelings on the way over here for Kuba. And what I was saying is, when you have a lot of small, fast units, sure you can kill them, but I mean, these things attack. They do lots of damage, but they do it really slowly. So the DPS is good, but not against these little small targets. So you kind of need several of them. I mean, if you've only got a couple banelings running into your base, yeah, it's really good. But they can be, you kind of need more than two to be really effective. So okay, we got a lot of banelings on the way for DalaiLameR. Okay, so he's gonna send these zerglings out, see what's going on. Sees some banelings over here. He's gonna try and chase them off with his own zerglings before he can kill these off. So he's probably going to want to send, he doesn't have any more zerglings in his base, so this is going to be pretty bad. Okay, gotta get out of there, gotta get out, go. Yeah, that was actually really cool. So what we saw there is, there was the one baneling, and these guys don't count as light, as you can see. They only count as biological, so they don't do the banelings of the bonus damage versus other banelings. So, anyway, Kuba knows that he's got a whole bunch of banelings probably heading toward his base, so he's going to be sending one zergling at a time, try and pick some of these weakened ones off before they get there, or see if he can trick them into exploding prematurely. And what we see, yeah, so he lost a few of them there, but he's still got about 5 of them left. And when he gets up to his base, he's probably still going to have about 4, maybe only have about 3 left. So at that point, he should be pretty much nullified because he's got all these other zerglings and stuff like that. So you got to be careful not to lose these. And also hitting him with the queen isn't too bad of an idea because they're not going to do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, see, he actually managed to get through that without losing a whole lot of banelings. And if we look at the units lost, they're still pretty even, slightly in DalaiLameR's favor, but it's still pretty okay. On the production tab, we have a Spire coming up. Oh, I didn't even notice the layer going up. That was really quick. So anyway, we do have a Spire on the way for Kuba, and the layer is on the way for DalaiLameR, but it's way behind. So the Spire here could be doing a whole lot of damage because I believe he still only has the one queen. Yeah, okay, they both only have one queen. So, and check out the income tab here. Yeah, it's slightly in Kuba's favor. So he should be able to afford himself a few Mutalisks when this thing pops up. And it's going to be some pretty bad news here for DalaiLameR, or for, DalaiLameR, because, yeah, he doesn't really have an answer for any Mutalisks right now, but they are so, okay, and actually we got a lot of Baneleys coming in here, and this could actually be pretty devastating for Kuba here. Okay, he did lose a few Zerglings there, you're probably going to lose a few more here. Got to be careful not to lose any drones, this is going to be really close, okay, and I think he managed not to lose, he's almost going to lose a couple drones here, but, oh, that was close! Oh, dang, oh man, that was really close. Anyway, I don't know if he lost any drones there, but I mean, these guys are all in the red. I mean, one Mutalisk can come in here and just bounce damage or just slaughter all these things. Oh man, that was really cool. Anyway, so we have ourselves about 4 Mutalisks on the way, and we got an Evo chamber coming up for DalaiLameR. Or yeah, since he saw the Spire, so we need to get down some Spore Crawlers here really quickly because these Mutalisks are gonna be out on the field here any second now. And actually, there they are right now. I don't know why he's kind of going around that way. Maybe he's looking for extra Banelings so he's gonna try and take them out before they get into his base. So you might be trying to use these Mutalisks for more of in a defensive posture, which isn't a bad idea. Because these Zerglings are going to try and come in here and take out the weakened drones while they're still weak, but they have regenerated enough health, so they're going to be okay. So we do have a Spore Crawler on the way for DalaiLameR here. It's right in the middle of his mineral line, so right about where we want to put it. Usually when I play Zerg, for those of you who don't know. I usually put one right here in the mineral line if I know this is going to be happening, and then if I need extras, I'll put one over by one extractor and then by the other extractor. So anyway, Kuba here's going to be looking around looking for more Banelings and Zerglings who are going to be running around, and we should be seeing a Spire somewhere for, it's on the production tab. Oh, is that it? Yeah, okay, he's got a Spire coming